First take, the Cowboys made the most of their Christmas Day matchup against the Commanders despite having nothing to play for. Dak Prescott threw for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys won the game 30-23. Here's Dak on whether he'll be on the field next week.
I love this game. I love any opportunity that I get to play it. And so with that being said, I mean, yeah, if I get to go out there, I'm going to give my best. Big difference. Big difference. A lot of pride. I think that's another reason, right? I want to play. In a season, me being healthy, I've never had in all of my life career, a season under 500. So that tie is going to come in to play really well. So it's a huge difference. It's one of those things that, I mean, yeah, it's just pride. It's pride, honestly.
Final game of the season is in New York against the Giants for the Cowboys, and that sounds like a quarterback who certainly wants to play in that game. Mike, should he?
Yes. And you want to know why to love Dak Prescott? Just watch that. That guy loves football. And knowing Brian Schottenheimer the way I do, he's probably in the office right now watching Giant film. They will go in next week trying to win that game. And you don't think he's doing that?
I don't really care if he's doing it.
But that's why Dak's the leader. That's why he's getting paid $60 million a year, and he absolutely should play. That is a tone setter. And for all the things we talk about, what the Dallas isn't, with Jerry Jones making the decision, you want your best player, your quarterback, to finish out the season, and I'm so glad that RC agrees with me.
Look at RC.
So why don't you think he should play?
First off, and excuse my language, if Dak Prescott don't go sit his ass down and stop this, Dak Prescott has had 2 season-ending injuries. Dak Prescott knows what it's like to not be able to play, to not be able to get on the field, to not be able to have an off season where you can train and get better. You watched him this year. He came into this season in the best shape of his life, and it showed on the field with what he was able to do with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott doesn't have a thing to prove to me or anybody else at the end of this Pro Bowl season. Dak Prescott has played hard. Dak Prescott has led with the top of leaders in this league, and that's all we need to see. There's nothing to prove against the New York Giants in the last week of the season. We know you'll play hard, Dak. We know that it matters to you, Dak. We know that you want to win, Dak. And if I'm Brian Schottenheimer, I stand in front of the team and I say, guess what? Sometimes you got to save competitors from themselves. Dak Prescott ain't playing. Because if anything, I'm talking about anything. If he break a fingernail, if one of his eyelashes fall out, if his shoestring come untied, that's on the head coach. To me,
that is so not what you should be doing. You should be saying, hey, this is a great competitor, and I want to see these young players like the Donovan Ezraskus, the Shavon Revels, and all those other guys. That's what we want the Dallas Cowboys to stand for, whether it's preseason, regular season, postseason, exhibition, international, mini camps. I don't care. I want competitors.
Mike Tannenbaum,
yes, and it's a contact sport.
Mike Tannenbaum, you better stop this. You better stop doing TV and put your GM hat on, because in your GM hat, you know the $60 million man should not be playing against the Giants when we ain't got nothing to play for. Here's what Dak did, and here's why it's beautiful. What Dak did was Dak told the whole world that he wants to play. Right? So, Mike T, do you know that Dak Prescott wants to play next week?
Absolutely.
Kev, you know that Dak Prescott wants to play next week?
Loud and clear.
Courtney, do you know that Dak Prescott wants to play next week? So if Dak Prescott doesn't play next week, which one of us 4 is going to think that Dak Prescott didn't want to play? None of us. Problem solved. Dak Prescott ain't soft. Brian Schottenheimer's just protecting the team.
You want Mike's GM hat on. I have to put my boxing judge hat on because that was amazing. I agree with you, however. I'm scoring at 10-9 for RC in one.
Wait, Dad, talking about ties. Maybe Courtney's on my side.
I might break a tie here.
Okay, all right. No, listen, I hate full-scale tanks. I think they're stupid. I don't think they work. I think that's just the way football works. You just cannot tear it down to the studs and build it up. However, I can go for 1 week, 2 week tanks. We see what the Raiders are doing here this week, putting Brock Bowers on IR. I see you. I see you there in Vegas. For me right now, the Cowboys are picking 15th in the draft. They need premium talent. They could, looking at the results of this week and the schedule, they could be picking 12th, 11th, something like that. You're going to want that pick. You're going to want that pick. You're already going to have the draft capital from the Micah Parsons trade. So for me, I'm looking at it and saying, go into the offseason, you're feeling okay, you know what you need to do. You know you need to fix the defense. You know there are no questions around Dak Prescott. Sit him this week. And by the way, you mentioned Mike. Brian Schottenheimer watching Giants film. God bless him, because he's the only person who wants to watch the Giants right now. He might be able to claim hazard pay if he's watching the New York Giants right now. Holy moly.
Come on, Courtney.
So here's where I'd break the tie. Let Dak start the game. Let Joe Milton get some reps in, their backup quarterback. Let him play the second half. Nobody wants to win this game. To your point about the Dallas Cowboys needing to stay, try to maybe improve their positioning, maybe move up into the top 11, who knows? The New York Giants don't want to win this game either, because the Raiders and them have
I don't care
record.
if they win or lose. I don't care where they pick. You watch that game? Dak Prescott was sacked 6 times, y'all. Frankie Louvu hit him 1 time just for good measure after he was sacked. He doesn't need to be touched by anybody but his children until next football season. That's it. He got to hold his kids. If he get tackled, it's because the kids want to play. That's it, y'all. Why are we talking about where they draft at? Guess what?
Because it helps.
Kim, if they draft 11, but Dak Prescott can't play next year early because he hurt, what they going to do? Be sorry as hell. What are we talking?
We talk about the Cowboys more than any other team on this network, and we talk about culture. We talk about how it's dysfunctional. Well, you want functional? You start with the best player on your team, leading them out. Mini camp, any time of year, just tell me when to show up. That's what you want to compare.
The next clip of Dak Prescott I see better be in Cancun.
Bro, you want dysfunctional? I show you dysfunctional. Run the Dallas Cowboys out there without Dak Prescott. That'll be as dysfunctional as you want it to be.
That's right. And that
Mike, I have a question. Best case scenario, what positives happen because of Dak Prescott playing in this game that help you for 2026?
I would just say you beat in back-to-back weeks 2 of your competitors, the Commanders and the Giants, and you feel really good about the foundation of what you laid, especially on offense.
I have a question. You going to remember you beat the Giants next year when the season starts? What about, this is a new season. What happened last season doesn't count. You going to remember you beat the Giants? Hell no. If you beat the Giants with or without Dak Prescott, it ain't going to matter, because everybody beats the Giants. He don't need to put Brian Schottenheimer. Play this into Brian Schottenheimer. Don't put Dak in that game. Don't you listen to Mike T. Don't listen to him.
I don't know. 8-1 seems to be a big sticking point here for Dak Prescott to finish with a record like that.
Come on, Dak.
7-9-1.
Practice on Tuesday.
Dak, if your back don't get tight
Nikola
on Wednesday.
Jokic put on a historic performance on Christmas, while Wemby and the Spurs keep stacking wins against OKC. Which team poses the biggest threat to the Thunder in the West? And the Knicks put together an impressive comeback yesterday and a win against the Cavs. Does this prove that New York is primed for an NBA Finals run? First Take next.